Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Beastmaster, your friendly neighborhood ninja on Carnival Spirits. Topic of the week is who'd I like to see Twisted work with, who they've never worked with before. Well, I've got a pretty good answer for that, but before I get into it, I'm going to just humor the notion of Twisted working with some of these motherfuckers from the Tunnel Runners album, 2008. I want to know what you guys think about this list of artists. I'm going to go through them, and let's talk about whether it would be cool if Twisted worked with them or not. First on that album is Class. Class is 1/3 of the Underground Avengers, with Boondocks and Buckshot. Boondocks was on Psychopathic, he left, and then he just recently came back. Buckshot just released an album at The Gathering this year for free. He gave out 500 copies, and you can hear a lot of the tracks on his YouTube channel. Check that shit out. We got F Dukes. F Dukes I never heard of before Tunnel Runners came out. Last I seen of him, he had entered Sugar Slam's Demo Jam on Psychopathic Radio last year, a couple years ago. Intrinsic, spells his name off just like Twisted does. He's a mini mogul. You probably know him from Underground Hustlin' series like 444 at this point. He's also, branched out into some other very interesting promotional tactics. He has an album with McNasty coming out. Jay Reno, the Canadian sadist. He was my favorite MC from the Underground Psychos contest, which he was entered in. At one time, he also had a show on Psychopathic Radio. We've got Jason Porter. He's got those cheeseburgers. I don't know, what do you guys think? He just released a video. I think it's his first one ever. What do you think of that video? I kind of liked it. We got King Gordy. Now, King Gordy and Twisted have already worked together. Now, if you know, leave a comment. Low Key. Low Key is one of the most well-known juggalos to ever speak out against Psychopathic. He's never been asked to play a gathering. He's had to watch A&B get signed 3 times now. Jesus Christ. Mars, with an S. He's already in bed with Psychopathic and runs Juggalo News. I'd rather see Twisted work with Kung Fu Vampire, personally. Masterminds. These guys are from Rhode Island. They're a rock group. I might have a New England bias, but if you dig Zug Island, Motown Rage, you should definitely check out Masterminds. I have to admit, I would not mind seeing Twisted work with them. Alright, PLC. The Underground Psychos runner-ups. There was a controversy over Axe Murder Boys cheating and having ninjas buy coins to hustle and swing the vote. And if it wasn't for that, I'm pretty sure Players Lounge Crew would have gotten that initial soundtrack, and it would have changed the whole, history as we know it in the underground. We got Psycho Jesus. Now, his track on Tunnel Runners was produced by Shy One. Shy One is one of my favorite underground producers. I actually bought a few beats from him, and I wrote and recorded a track and then paid Jay Reno to do a verse on it because he was my favorite underground psycho. And, that song's called No More Lies. I'll share that with you. But Psycho Jesus used to rap with J10 before he hyped Blaze Your Dead Homie. And now Psycho Jesus is working with a couple of the dudes in Akvon. I think there's some footage of them performing at The Gathering. I'll share it if I can find it. And last on the CD is Q Strange. Last time you heard his name is when he was, retaliating to Tech 9 for his Welcome to Strangeland, biting Q Strange's album title, Strangeland. Q Strange is also from New England. And last time I seen him live, I think it was the year that Tila Tequila performed. I watched Q Strange perform on the second stage, and Violent J was standing right in front of me enjoying the show as well. That was pretty fucking cool. But when it's all said and done, when it comes to Twisted working with artists that they've never worked with before, all these Tunnel Runners are kind of guys that are chasing their dreams. And Twisted was the very first artist to get signed to Psychopathic and actually work well and were successful. You know what I'm saying? Besides ICP. Honestly, Misery, it was short-lived. Project Born was short-lived. Twisted and the whole family era, it took off like fucking wildfire. And, you know, as much as everyone wants to say, oh, A&B won that contract, I mean, Twisted won that fucking contract. They won over Violent J and got offered that contract. It wasn't like a voting situation, but Twisted has always been, in my opinion, like the first Juggalos who made it. You know what I mean? And so for some other tunnel runners, a lot of these guys I mentioned are Juggalos. In fact, did I miss somebody? I did, didn't I? I missed King Crusher. King Crusher's from Australia. I'm sorry, he's forgettable. So what I would like to see Twisted work with is someone who would elevate their status even more. Instead of them elevating someone else's status, I would like to see Twisted work with Ill Bill and Vinny Paz, the Heavy Metal Kings. Individually or separately, Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks, Ill Bill is from Nonfiction. Obviously, he's Necro's brother. You guys remember when ICP and Necro went on tour? Well, Ill Bill went on tour with Twisted. And I don't know how their relationship is, but I would fucking love to see Monoxide and Madrox tear it up on a track with Ill Bill, Vinny Paz. And if it came down to tunnel runners, I'd say I'd really probably enjoy seeing Psycho Jesus and Twisted perform, and it would be dope if it was on a Shy One beat. So there's my response on the topic of discussion on Beastmaster, and I'll see you later.